Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is the Infinite Regression. It's a place where people who have hearts full of sadness, they wash up on these shores every freaking day. Looks like it was your day today. Anyway, hey, look, we got to do a show. There's going to be a show. Don't you worry. I know that you're worried about this regressing infinitely and you feeling all kind of sorrow because your life is not capable of regressing infinitely. Like, it's going to end, like, shoot, it's going to end over here. And this is going to still keep going without you. You're feeling very anxious about that. But you know what? You know what? For a little bit, you're going to feel okay because there's a show that we're going to do and you're going to feel all right. Okay? I promise. I promise. It's going to be okay for a little bit. Like, it's not going to be okay forever because eventually that end is coming. Like, we cannot put that off forever. But you know what? There's a show. There's a show. Anyway, hey, hold up. Hold the phone, ladies and gentlemen. I need to put this in pause. I need to pause this. I'm not in full Remy type Pembury voice. The Rembles of Pem are not quite where they need to be. Let me get them going, and then we'll get this show on the friggin' road, shan't we? Oh, we shall. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's true. It's a whole type of thing. So, um, you remember that we have put out a talent search. We are looking for replacements for Stan, who used to do this until he got a real smart mouth. And you can't have this job if you're going to have a real smart mouth, can you? No, you can't. We sure did learn that the hard way, didn't we, Chaz? Yeah, we sure didn't we? Anyway, not to make too much of pending litigation, but things that had to happen happened. That's all I'm gonna say. And anyway, so this week we're trotting out some new talent. We're gonna see. We're gonna try a few of these. We're gonna see which one sticks. So you, the audience, feel free to give feedback. The hotline number will be flashing on your screen now. So go ahead and text that number. Text the number on your screen, and text the word that is flashing in red now on your screen to the number on your screen. If you'll text that now, you'll be able to give us feedback on how you feel about the gentleman that we are going to be trying out tonight, who's going to bring in the show. Now, believe you me, I did say not another gentleman. Chaz, did I not say that? I was like, are we sure we want to do a gentleman? Are we sure that we need a gentleman to do this? Because it seems like we're pushing some sort of, industry sort of standard where we're like, oh, only men can sound like authority figures and women's voices are not to be used when you need an authority figure to, like, say the title of a show. Like, you need a real authority figure to say the title of a show as the show is being introduced. It would seem that, by only bringing in male candidates, that's the kind of image that we are projecting. And I want to go on record as saying that, number one, we are not done screening applicants. So if you are a young woman who is kind-hearted and beautiful and enjoys long walks and doesn't mind a middle-aged man still sharing the remaining hopes and dreams that he has for his dwindling life. If you don't mind someone like that sharing hopes and dreams with you, then you can fax your resume to the number that will be flashing on screen now. Okay. So, yeah. I just had to get that out there because let the record show there is no greater champion for diversity than old Rem Pemberton. The old champion always has been a champion for diversity. Oh, since when? Since always. We know this. It is known. It has been known. Always championing the diversity. Rem Pemberton, a friend of diversity, if ever there was one. Anyway, getting that on record for no reason whatsoever, just putting it out there so the public remembers what has always been true and what they have always known to be factually accurate. Rem Pemberton, friend of diversity. That's the two things synonymous with each other. You might as well only say the Rem Pemberton part, because friend of diversity is implied by you saying Rem Pemberton in the first place. Because we are synonymous for each other. But you say my name when you're referring to me. Because otherwise it gets confusing. Because you'd be like, hey, friend of diversity, and guess what? Over here, Weekend Type Fun, we're all friends of diversity. We're all friends of diversity, all of us. I mean, let the record show that Braxton over here has been befriending diversity for many years now. Isn't that right, Braxton? Diversity, you and diversity, weren't you roommates in college? You and diversity? No, but the gentleman with the sort of ethnic headdress, shall we say? I think it's called an ethnic headdress. Oh. So it's a religious thing. It's not so much an ethnic. Okay. Well, we still have much to learn with our love of diversity. Means we're open to the learning that we realize that we must do. Court-ordered. Must. Yes. Diversity, the thing that we have been embracing, but will embrace with an even larger fervor because of that court order that I had better stop talking about. Isn't that right, Braxton? Your friend with the headdress, he's been to this office before. Oh, he was delivering your lunch? But you guys, you know him, though. You, know him. You've, been to parties at his house, right? Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Interesting, Braxton. Not very helpful. Ian, you lived abroad. Did not you? Did not you live abroad? Did not you live abroad? Ian, I'm saying to you about whether or not you did or perhaps did not you live abroad, good sir? Yes, you did, as I was aware. And did not you learn the language of Hispanica? Hispanica, isn't that the way that we say it? The language Hispanica. You were in Spain, and people of Spainness are Hispanic, so the language is Hispanica. I do believe that's correct. I don't know if your information is quite as up to date as my information, Ian. I mean, I have really good information about, when and if entire nations full of people start calling their language by another name. And, the alarm bells were going off when they changed it. It's Hispanica now. So maybe you should get with the times. Anyway, still champion for diversity. He does speak the language of the people to our south of the border. He speaks the same language, but he speaks it with a lisp, because that's how they speak Hispanica in Hispania. And he is very much someone who went there and comes and annoys people with his lisping ways, where he's like, "Oh, Jess, when I was in Barcelona, Jess, it was so magnifico. Jess, how you say?" Oh man, this guy is like is like the worst. Being roomies with him. Well, not so much roomies as we share an office. This is a thing that we do. Anyway, regardless, moving on. I mean, I'm the star of the show, and Chaz knows that in our next contract negotiation, what's on the docket? Star of the show gets their own dressing room, very own, with a star on it. I mean, sure, it could be on like a piece of paper that's been photocopied, but as long as it's a star and it's got my name on it and it says talent, says that I'm talent, I'll take it. Right? Chaz, like that's going in. It's going to be arbitrated. We're going to discuss that, and we're going to arbitrate until you agree that I am the one who is getting what he wants and that you are the one who is going to give it to me. That's what arbitration is. Anyway, so we're going to do that. Clarissa will continue to descend into a state of inebriation so low, so befouled and defiled that not even Ian will take her home, and then we'll just leave her in a dumpster, and I don't know, maybe seagulls and pack rats will carry her home. I don't know what to do with that woman. She does not take care of herself, and she gets very upset at you if you try. So there's really not much that can be done. She's like an angry raccoon, an angry boozed up raccoon who is also sometimes quite magnificent in bed, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure that I do. There was a lot of gin involved. A lot of gin, ladies and gentlemen. Lots and lots of gin. Obviously, Aiden would know about the gin. He probably has to drink it all the time to forget what douche canoes his parents are. I mean, am I right? I'm certainly right. We all know that I'm right. Anyway, so yeah, we here at Non-Sober Badger Productions, we are very much interested in projecting an image of diversity, of oneness of all the peoples. And so with an interest in that, we would like to officially say that even if you're not a white guy or not even a guy, you can totally apply for the job of saying the words that are on this slide right now. Pretty easy to read. We make them nice and big, and as long as you're not as drunk as your predecessor, you're going to do just fine. So, we're going to give a shot. We're going to give a shot to a gentleman who had a certain overbearing demeanor. And quite frankly, he scared everyone in the casting office. And so we just felt like we really should give this young man a try. Yep, we really, really did. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Crankshaft, is it? Mr. Crankshaft. Just all one word, Crankshaft, no last name, just a Mr. Crankshaft. Put your hands together. Do it, all you white people. Come on. Clarissa, you're drunk. You enjoy a good clap. Come on. Just too drunk to clap. That's ridiculous. Even in my worst state, I was never too drunk to clap. I mean, come on. Ian, get on this. Ian. Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Crankshaft, I could tell you that we here at Don Sober Badger Productions are very excited to hear your interpretation of this very famous line that used to be said by Stan, and who knows, could be said by you now. Let's hear how you are going to put your own spin on this, your own take, really make it your own. And, just take it whenever you're ready. You have the script, and we're going to let you work from that. So, whenever you are ready, good sir.
Weekend Type Fun, Volume 32. The Bewildered Beast lumbers on.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Crankshaft. Okay, I guess I'm the only one that's gonna clap, but I'm not gonna clap any less because you have a lot of tattoos on your face, and you have a friend over there who is holding a baseball bat with nails in it. So I'm going to go ahead and say kudos to you, good sir. That was really something. And boy, we really have a tough decision ahead of us. Who knows where it's going to go from here, ladies and gentlemen. With your host, Rem Pemberton of the Clemson Pembertons. That's me. You know me. I'm your trusty, rusty old host. Come on, Rem, play the theme, just like we did in the before times. Oh, I remember the before times. We used to play the theme. It sounded an awful lot like this. This has always been the theme song. This has always been the theme. This has always been the theme song. This has always been the theme. Cha. Wow. Out of tuners. I did not know that it was possible for something to sound extra a cappella. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a cappella, which is sung without instruments, and yours sounded like it was sung like a cappella without a knowledge that instruments or tonal music exists in this universe. Really, really something. I mean, just, there's music over here, and you guys are over here on the opposite end of the spectrum, just doing your own thing, marching to the different beat of, I wouldn't say a drummer, maybe one of those guys in New York where he's like banging on buckets and pot lids and whatnot, Maybe you're marching to some of that. So keep it up, gentlemen. And yeah. This week's episode, in an attempt to deflect from our many pending sexual harassment lawsuits. Thanks, Rem. Wait a minute. You're blaming me for all of these? Look. Okay, everyone knows that Ian has 2 pending sexual harassment lawsuits against him, and Braxton has a pending lawsuit against him, although it's for public urination, but he's still a lawsuit, is it not? I mean, we're going to talk about embarrassment, like who's the embarrassment of this show. I would say it's the one who got peeing outside. I mean, that's what I'm saying, you know? I mean, or the one who got caught, you know? Remember Chaz? Remember? Do you remember when the Pandora Papers got published and we found out that, like, every rich person is, like, insanely corrupt, like just corrupt on a level that our brains can't even handle, like just friggin' like rotten from the inside out type corrupt. We found that out, and then nothing happened other than the journalist who brought the Pandora Papers to light was murdered. So, you know, we're definitely going in the right direction as a society. As a society, we're just killing it. Just really doing super well. So, you know, my issues that I have, certainly not great. But America as a whole is really, you know, it's in the crapper. It's just, you know, not doing great. So, you know, just commemorated the anniversary of that time when a bunch of, you know, misinformed goons tried to, you know, take our nation's capital and basically freaking like successfully achieve their gain. You know, like it's insane. You have any idea, like, what their goal was to take the Capitol and they actually freaking did? What? Like, if I woke up with that as a goal, it was like, yeah, I'm going to just take the Capitol of the United States. Like, the sun would not set with me having taken the Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't freaking happen, you know, aside from the fact that, like, I would be sitting there going, like, what's the morality of this? You know, like, because that's why I wouldn't do it in the first place. But secondly, like, imagining that I did, if I did, I would be like, holy frick, this is insane. This is where the seat of our government is. Like, I shouldn't be in here. I'm embarrassed for myself. I will let myself out. You know what I'm saying? But those guys were like, my feet belong on the desk. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. Anyway, regardless. So yeah, me with my multiple pending sexual harassment lawsuits. I mean, a couple of those might be justified. The other ones, it was iffy because she was drunk. Okay? So, I don't know. The big deal is. Okay? All right. So, we here are proud to present a weekend type fun salute to women. There you go. That's the thing that my publicist said would make this whole thing blow over. That's what it is. We are sticking the game plan. Yeah, boy. Anyway, let's salute these women. These broads deserve some salutes. Especially if they get their clothes off. I wish this one only did clothes and didn't, like, also expose her esophagus and, like, her poopy hole from her intestine. Like, I didn't need to see that. I just, mostly, be honest, the part that the skin would, I like seeing girls with skin on. You know what I'm saying? I'll come out and say it. I like my girls with a little skin on that, covers up their vital organs. I mean, I know it's sexist to say that. We can't say that politically correct times in which we live, but I'm just saying, like, if someone brought me two women and one of them had the skin on and the other one had a grotesque, disgusting, horrible surgery that left all vital organs below their chin friggin' fully exposed to the elements, they're just out walking around being like, hey, don't you think I'm sexy too? You can see my spleen. And it's like, no. I mean, girls who don't wear clothes, I guess that's pretty hot. But girls who don't wear skin, freak you. Ladies, you want to impress your man? Step one, wear skin on the outside of your skeleton and muscle and bone and like nervous system and all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep the skin on the outside. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you don't know how to do that, then maybe don't go removing any skin. Because just keep the skin on the outside. So, you know what I'm saying? So I like my ladies. Pretty sure all the guys here agree. Guys, skin on the outside? Yeah, they all agree. Cool. Here we go. Chances are, if you're alive right now, it is probably because you used to live inside a woman's body until she popped you out through a special opening in her body called the baby chute. Yep, that's right. This is factually accurate. This is as accurate as any sex ed class in a state with a Republican governor. I'm telling you, it's accurate. So this is diagram A. This is the baby chute, aka the love canal, aka the Golden Palace of the Himalayas, and so yeah, is where the business of getting that business taken care of. That's where that business happens. You know what I'm saying? Is like, I don't know. I guess it comes in here, and this like maybe expands to fit or something like that. I don't know. I just know that when I just know that I've done it before, and it was like awesome. You know what I'm saying? It was like doing the same thing, but to a delicate French pastry filled with like a custard or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. It's French pastry filled with custard. Yeah, I could really go for one of those right now. I don't have any, but boy, that would sure hit the spot. Tell you what. Anyway, moving on. Just think, every great man who is alive today was once a little baby living in his mommy's guts. This is true for everyone from Shia LaBeouf to Steven Seagal. It's true. Look at that Steven Seagal. I didn't know seagulls love carrots, but this one, he's like, munchity munch munch. What's up, doc? Like, for real. Just think, if it weren't for women, Vincent van Gogh wouldn't have been born. But then he also wouldn't have cut off a piece of his own ear and delivered it in a package to a cleaning girl in a brothel. Like, not a prostitute in a brothel, a cleaning girl. Like, what? Why is that who you're befriending in a brothel? Like that? Why is what? She cleans up. Like, do you know what she's cleaning up is horrifying. It's like, pun intended, horrifying. You know what I'm saying? Like, pun intended, horrifying. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what she's cleaning up. And you're like, hey, baby, how do you like large chunks of human ear? And she's like, you know what? I like that. I like that your mental health game is such that you're like openly out of your goddamn mind. You know what I'm saying? He's painting all these pictures of himself like, oh, here's after I chopped a piece of my ear off and then gave it to a cleaning girl at a brothel. You know what I'm saying? A brothel that he used to frequent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he used to go there and like be like, I would like the services of this lady and then that lady, and then maybe next time these two at the same time or whatever. And then who is he giving the chunk of ear to is the girl who mops up afterward. What? Like, what's her game to begin with? Like, that's freaking impressive. Like, you know, they always be saying, like, you know, boys aren't going to buy the cow if they get the milk for free. And, like, I always thought that was true, even if, like, you know, even if the cow worked at a milk factory, you know, that, like, yeah, still find a way, get that freaking milk. You know what I'm saying? Don't cry over that split milk, but, like, you know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, Vincent Van Gogh cutting out a piece of his ear. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, kind of a wash. Okay. Enough mussing about. Yeah, we've mussed about. We've definitely not gotten to the point. We need to get to the point. There's a point to all of this, and we need to get there. Okay? This is not screwing around anymore. We're not messing around. We're not just, like, patting each other on the back for assembling a really talented cast. You know, like how Just Look Up is like, hey, look who we got in this cast. And you're like, dang, that's like a legit cast. And they're like, yeah, can you even watch this movie without constantly thinking like, hey, Leonardo DiCaprio is like, he's put on some weight, but we're still like all about him, which is kind of funny, you know, because he's having to redefine himself as an actor, as someone who has put on a little weight, and as someone who has aged a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The two things you're not supposed to do in Hollywood. And he's done both, and he's kind of like, all right, this is me. If you're cool with it, you're going to get great performances and really dedicated acting. And if you're not cool with it, then I didn't want to be in your show in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really good. And Jennifer Lawrence, always a delight. Very self-aware performance. And she did great. Did great. Anyway, regardless, I need to stop talking about that. We're here to really deflect from our multiple pending lawsuits and really celebrate all the things women have done over the years. Yeah, we're going to celebrate tonight. We're going to celebrate women. Women are going to be like, oh my God, I feel like I got hit in the face with a confetti cannon at a gender reveal that was supposed to burn down a forest. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't, because you caught the full brunt right in the face. And so you saved a lot of trees and also potentially the life of the person that you cared the most about, you know. Anyway, here we go. Let's move on. Okay? The top 13 things we like about women. Top 13 is a registered trademark of Non-Sober Badger Productions. If we find you making top 13 lists of anything, we'll sue the pants right off of your copyright infringing ass. Like, we will. Don't even try to be like, oh, this is my top 13. Like, no. It's freaking restricted registered trademark. It's for us to use only. Okay? If you're not in the corporation, I don't want to see you using this. This is ours. Anyway, number 13. We really like that you smush your feet into really uncomfortable looking shoes because, number one, makes your legs look amazing. Like, this is some nice gams. Good for you, lady. Number two, keeps that booty high and tight the way we like it. And number three, it makes it so much easier to sneak a peek under your dress and catch a glimpse of your baby shoot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you were sitting and like I saw what I saw. So whatever, we're all adults here. Anyway, moving on. Number 12. We like that you agreed to only make 82 cents for every dollar we make while doing the same amount of work. Because now when we take you on dates, you'll let us pay because you know we make more than you. It would be super embarrassing for us if you didn't. Also, how could we pressure you into sex by comparing it to a monetary exchange if we weren't allowed to pay? So yeah, it's a real blessing in disguise for guys. And by the way, I am about to hit the monetary limit with my lady friend. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we about to hit that 82 cents on the dollar. We're about to like start giving back change. You know what I'm saying? We're about to friggin' start pouring gravy on them mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be gravy. Like, we got it done and then some, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, number 11. We like that you pretend not to like it when we shout overly sexual things at you when you're walking in public. It just makes us feel like we have to work so much harder to make our sexual shouts more creative. And I'm not sure we'd have that creative energy if you didn't act like you didn't like it. So don't worry. We know what you really like, and we like that you like it too. Yeah, girl. Just wait till next time. Like, we're going to be a little, parked a little farther up the street, but you'll still be able to see us. So we're still going to, like, yell sexually inappropriate things directly at your face. Oh, yeah, it's going to be amazing. Okay, number 10. We like that you let us hold the door for you so we could do two very important things at the same time. Number 1, remind you that you as a woman are inferior to us. And number 2, get us a nice long consequence-free gawk at that booty you've been hauling around all day. Hoot hoot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. This dude right here knows exactly. Like, he is pointing at that booty. He's like, girl, you've been hauling that thing around from this side of town to other. You just been hauling that booty. Let me just pick that up with my 2 hands real quick, girl. Like, let me give gravity a break of holding on to your booty, and I would just lift it. I would just like let the 2 cheeks perch on my forearm like a hawk. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let me do that real quick. Like, just real quick. Like, it'll feel better for you when I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll feel rested. You'll feel rejuvenated. I'll feel amazing. The pictures that I take are going to turn out great. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's get that together is all I'm saying. Number 9. We like it when you lean over and we catch a glimpse down your shirt. Did you mean for us to see that or not? Because either way, we interpret your actions in a sexual way. It's true. There's nothing that you can do that we can't interpret sexually. That's right. Even telling us that we shouldn't interpret the things that you do in a sexual way, we take that and interpret it in the most sexual way and are like, oh, so you don't like little pendants and whatnot. Like, you like big freaking showy displays. Like, that's what you like, girl. Yeah, we'll make sure that everyone in this place knows how I feel about you. And I feel that way about you because you let me look down your shirt when you were bending over, and it's like, it looks nice down there is all I'm saying. It looks like a friggin' marvelous wonderland. So, you know, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm thinking about. So like, you know, even if you just say you were being friendly, I'm going to interpret it in a sexual way, just on the off chance that, you know what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. Number 8. We like how we can infantilize you in public and nobody stops to think about how weird it is that I could just do that for some reason that we apparently agree upon, even though we don't recall having ever actually signed off on such a thing. Like, I don't remember signing off on that. It's weird. Like, would you like to keep calling people baby instead of their first name? And it's like, wait, baby? Hold up. Like, not everybody. Can't be calling everybody baby. That's ridiculous. You know, like, I just need to save that for, like, just a couple of people. You know, like, one of them is this kitty. The other one is my wife. My wife gets it more, and I love her more than this kitty. Kitty, don't act like you heard that. That's weird. Anyway, so yeah. I didn't sign off on infantilizing people. Look at this woman. She all confused, but this baby is like really confused. Oh my God, this is terrible. Number 7. We like how we both understand that you're essentially unreliable for a few weeks out of every month for reasons we prefer to not discuss. You know, just pour the blue mysterious liquid that neither of us wants to talk about on your pad, and let's all just move on with our lives. Because, like, you know, you've got the blue liquid to be worried about, and we've got, you know, the safety of the free world to, you know, be concerned about. So, you know, it's a little different. It's a little different. Number 6, we like that you haven't ever figured out a way to not get into romantic relationships with us. Yeah, that's right. Complain all you want. But if you want to be in a relationship that God approves because it's 100% heterosexual, oh, guess what you got to do? Yeah, that's right. Try to get away, but you're not going to get away because church is like, yeah, you do have to do that. Like, for real, though. Anyway, so, like, what are you going to do? Be two ladies who are like, oh, we're roommates, but, like, everybody knows that you're a lot more than roommates? Like, that what you're going to do? Because that is, like, cute and hilarious. Anyway, number 5, we like how your butt looks in those jeans that we've designed to be practically pocketless so we can catch a better glimpse of the fabric that covers the skin flaps that cover your butthole. That's right. We made this part basically inoperable so that we can, like, view that curvature. You know what I'm saying? Like, we engineered this. Like, this did not need engineering. This just needed, like, a copy and paste of the design from last year. But, like, no, we actually had an expert be like, nope, let's stop the show. Let's go back. Let's get it right. And when they did, this is what right looked like. Is like no pocket room for anything. She can't even get her thumb in there. That's ridiculous. Anyway, number 4. We like how we've tricked you into covering your skin with powders and paints in order to create the illusion of the standard of perfection to which we hold you, but do not hold ourselves. Yeah, why would we hold ourselves to a ridiculous standard of perfection when it's so much easier to trick you into doing it? You know what I'm saying? Then we can just, like, anytime we lift a finger, it's like a big story. You know what I'm saying? Like, there you go. Doing it. Okay, number 3. We like how we got you to believe that you need to remove all your body hair because we decided that hairless should be a secondary sex characteristic for women for like no reason whatsoever. We're like, yeah, no hair, like just none, just completely bare. We decided that that was the norm. Number 2, we like that your skin is soft because we so desperately need a soft place to put our oh so fragile masculinity. I mean, serious. Don't tell the boys, but like, when I cuddle my masculinity up to you, it's like, it's really nice. Makes me feel happy in ways that a lot of other things don't. So, tonight, girl, I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna bring you a dozen roses. I'm gonna cuddle my masculinity against you. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna happen. Anyway, number 1 thing we like are boobs. And now, places on your bodies we would absolutely put our penises if only you'd let us. Wait a minute. That sounds like a very convoluted thing. Braxton, we said no convoluted. We said straightforward stuff that even dumb people in, Rockford, Illinois would be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, fine, not Rockford. People in Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay? Is that better because they're not from your hometown? Really? All right, this guy. Anyway, remember, these are places on your bodies we would absolutely 100% put our penises if only you would let us. A factually accurate list made of nothing but factual accuracies. Number 1, draped across your forehead like a bandana. Yep, she looks pretty happy. That's definitely true. Inserted into your warm knee pit where you roll it like bread dough. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, you gonna still make bread dough? Like, make some of that bread dough, bake it into bread, and then also bake my bread. You know what I'm saying? In your ear canal, like the ultimate Q-tip, more like the D-tip, am I right? But ladies, we are way more pliable whilst erect than you ever give us credit for. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's pop a Q-tip, a D-tip, and then, see what happens. Also, into the elastic band of your yoga pants. That top part, it just looks snug and warm. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a different fabric. Looks like the stuff sweats are made out of. Except it's not sweats. It's like some other fabric. But like, we would like to get in on that. We are not willing to exercise. That we've made our position on that very clear. But watch you exercise. Yes, please. Absolutely. Anyway. So yeah. We just, want to know what it feels like in there. But we don't want to be the kind of guy who owns his own yoga pants, because, like, that's weird. Anyway, on the back of your neck, because I was running out of things to say. Onto a hot dog bun, and then you pretend that you're going to take a bite, but then you don't, and we both laugh, and then we just see where it goes from there. I mean, it's wherever. Like, we've shared a laugh. You've like touched my hand and stuff and touched my elbow when you laughed, the little signs that like, hey, I like you. And I'm just, full out of my pants, just, rocking enough to like fill a hot dog bun, you know what I'm saying? That's right. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, that's the thing. And now that you know the places on your bodies we would absolutely put our penises if only you'd let us, aren't you glad we have the self-control to not do any of those things? Yeah, women, sometimes men, like, we are really self-controlled and you don't even recognize it because it's all omission. It's all stuff we don't do rather than the stuff we do. The stuff we would do is disgusting. The stuff we actually do, for the most part, is only a little disgusting. So, like, par for the course. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm not saying a trophy should be involved, but I just feel like I need to let you know that trophies could be purchased and engraved very quickly for very little money. Like, immediately after a video ends, you could get a trophy engraved, and then by the time it shows up, you're already holding a competition, some sort where people competing for the right to get the trophy that you've had made. You know what I'm saying? It's a one of a kind. It's a one of a kind trophy that you've asked for. Anyway, it's the whole thing. It's a great idea. And now, because you're like gay for emotional stuff or whatever, we wrote you, the women of the world, this poem. This is a poem that we read, or that we wrote. We're going to read it now. A poem for women. I understand why you're prone to bundle up and take long walks in wintertime. The cold may nip and bite, but there's an unrealistic beauty standard to uphold, and you already have to think about the dreaded swimsuit season. And wouldn't it all be better if we could just skip the beach for a summer? Let's hang out around downtown in our form-fittingest activewear, because there are guys down there who have an absolute right to objectify our bodies, and if they like what they see, they'll shout, "Hey, baby girl, I like the way you be swinging them hams in them yoga pants." Show's over. No closure. This program was made possible by the Igneous and Gertrudina Buttcomer Foundation and by viewers like you. Promotional considerations provided by Ralph Morgan's Extra Friendly Snakes, the Lonely Ass Librarians Guild, Grandpappy Truel's Foul-Smelling Balms and Gruels. I need to get a new religion card. I don't believe in this god anymore. I believe in a new god. Dracula, who fights the ninja on the moon. This program was directed and performed by Rem Pemberton. I don't need mint chip ice cream. I've got other delights. Other delights I can dip into. Don't you worry about me, good sir. Written by Braxton White Guy. He's having a good time right now. Yeah, Braxton is. That guy's nuts. Theme song by the Out of Tuners. Extra a cappella today, gentlemen. I'm not sure how you pulled it off, but you did. You pulled off the volume knob, and now I can't turn it back down, and it's making me angry. So, nicely done, Out of Tuners. Nicely done. A presentation of Non-Sober Badger Productions, a subsidiary of the large, boring-sounding corporation with surprisingly questionable business practices, a branch of the intentionally vague corporation whose purpose may never be known. The Blaine Group. I swear I can read, ladies and gents. And communism. Not dead yet, suckers. This week's lucky listener getaway giveaway. Oh, it a different font. Is to all you dames if you promise to drop the lawsuits, huh? How about it? Wait, are you the dames who are all vainly making the lame claim that Rem didn't treat the dames around here with respect? Is that who this is? You don't understand. Our organization is very guilty, but if you stop prosecuting, we can hold some sort of work seminar that everyone will ignore and get a certification of completion for, and then we're good forever, right? Yeah. And if all you dames choose to go, you promise to drop the lawsuits. Huh, how about it? You'll be heading to scenic downtown Wichita Falls, Texas, where you'll stay at the fabulous Travel Lodge and dine at the lovely Cracker Barrel, where the real crackers eat, just off the interstate. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Another one in the books. Thank you very much. I will see you on the flippity floppity. I will see you in the next time. I will see you in the future. For I do not know what the future holds, but I know the regression there is more infinite than this one is. Yes, magnitudes of infinity greater. Anyway, ladies and gents, don't get sad just 'cause this. We will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.